So I've already filmed this video once. I'm doing it again because yeah, I have no reservation yet. Hello, that came out very deep. Hello and welcome to Scatterbrain Talks. In today's video I'm going to be recommending and sort of suggesting some books that I really like. Now these are in my limited knowledge. There are thousands more books out there and thousands more I have to read yet, but I've really liked them so far and I hope you'll too. So let's just jump into it. First book that I'm going to suggest is just, look it, this is the book I fell in love with reading too. This book has damned my soul, has made me crushed my absolute love for life or whatever and trust in people, but I still love it and I would love for you to read it. The book is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. It's lovely, it's just peak, and there's so much to say about this book. The next book is Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies is a book that I read because it was recommended read for my coursework of English literature, and I would not have picked it up because it sounds like what Lord of the Flies, which flies? And I don't really like flies, not that I hate insects and stuff. I really love spiders, but I don't know, it does not sound very inviting. It does not sound like, yeah, I should read it. So I read it because of coursework, but it's so beautiful. The good and the evil conflict, the other juxtapositions, it's done so nicely, and anybody could understand it, anybody could see the value in it. The characters are well rounded. There's Ralph, who's the main character. There's Piggy, oh my god, Piggy, I feel so bad for that boy, and it's really nice. Okay, it's really nice. Should I give one line sort of introductions to the books, because how else will you know any of them? Okay, I think you'll most likely know most of these, but still, for my sake. First, Picture of Dorian Gray. It's about a man who has his portrait painted, and while he's admiring himself, somebody in the room is like, this beauty is not going to last forever, just saying, and it just spirals down. The next is Lord of Flies. Lord of Flies is a bunch of 10 to 15 year olds stranded on a beach on a deserted island. The next is Rebuilding Coventry. Rebuilding Coventry is my identity, okay? That's where I found myself. It's a lovely book. I recommend. Please read this book. It's so lovely. It's only 90 to 100 pages. I mean, it will be 90 to 100 pages depending on the text size and whatever, but it's so good. It's a ride, okay? You feel all these emotions. There's so much of it. There's think of a weirdest plot, and it's in that book, okay? The weirdest plot, but it's really nice. 10 out of 10. And the next is Divine Comedy. I think most of you might be familiar with it already, but still going to say it. So Divine Comedy by Dante. It's in 3 parts, at least if you don't read the books because too long. Please go and watch the summary or listen to some podcast about it because it's so good. It's so good. The next is The Art of War. I have Art of War in almost all of can't remember the word, but almost in all different variation. Okay, let me just explain. I have it in PDF, I have it in document, I have it in e-publication, I have it as an audiobook, I have it on YouTube as an audiobook again, but in short parts, and then another variation you can think of. I have it in that format, but I still haven't completed it. It's been there for a while, okay, for at least 3 or 4 years now, and I think it's about time that I should, start focusing on it, but I just can't. I read the first chapter, or I listen to the first chapter, and I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow or the day after, and I forget, and it just, it disappears. And then after a couple of months, I'll download, another like app or something to read, and I'll be like, oh my god, I should download the Art of Fore. And then I download it and I don't read it because, gotta be consistent. The next is Alice in Wonderland. Now, Lewis Carroll, that man did a number with this, okay? This book is just, the movie is really good. It's really trippy, but the book is so much more trippier. There's a rat race at the beginning, which is like, okay, whatever. So yeah, highly recommend reading it too, if you have watched the movie already. The next is Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. Now, Neil Gaiman, I have a lot to say about that man and Sandman, but let's not. So Neverwhere is about this just normal everyday guy, Richard Mayu, and he meets a girl, Locke, and who can open every door and any door in this universe, multiverse, whatever verse, The next is Harry Potter, obviously. I think everybody has read some sort of, or has consumed some sort of Harry Potter media by now. So, not going to say much about it, but yeah, I'm a Slytherin. The Pottermore always tells me you're a Ravenclaw. I will never listen to that because, the Sorting Hat takes into account what you want. Never forget that, children. Never forget that. Okay. Next is At Last Struck by Ayn Rand. Now, I know she's a controversial figure, and there's going to be a controversial few books here, but Dagny Taggart. Please don't hate on Dagny Taggart. She's so good. I hate her brother. I hate her brother with every core of my being. Like that bitch. I just love Dagny Taggart. She's so strong. She's just like, yeah boy, I'm tired of your shit right now. Like, come on. I know we dated and I loved you, but like, not anymore. I really moved on. And it's really nice. It's about a passionate girl who's just fighting for her passion, And that passion happens to be her railroad. Just everyday things. The next is, I can't remember the author, but she has a lot of is it Regency era or Victorian era? I can't be sure, but I think Regency era books. And her books are just, I feel very happy reading them. I don't really read romance as much as I read every other book, but I do read her books. So my favorite characters from her are Annabelle Payton and Lillian Bowman. Yeah, I think. And the next is To the Lighthouse. I don't know how I forget to, give it the status that it deserves, but To the Lighthouse is the first feminist work of literature that I read, and I was blown away. Firstly, because I really like novels which are stream of consciousness, and the dialogue is just, if communication is needed, because, if you're writing a story, you can just write a story. The dialogue is I know. I really love dialogue heavy books too, but there's something about stream of consciousness books that, tickles my pickle. And I really love Mrs. Ramsey, and I like how, Mrs. Ramsey is the it girl of wherever she lives, and she's supposed to be the most beautiful and the most elegant lady there, but from her thoughts, that she's so much more than that. The next is Pride and Prejudice, obviously, so obviously. But I'm not going to say anything more because I think everybody has consumed, again, some sort of media which derived from Pride and Prejudice, so let's just keep it that way. The next is Memory Theatre. Oh my god, there's something, I'm such a sucker for time loops and stuff, and like time machines and all of the other things. So this book is just great because they are literally caught in a time loop. Like the boy, he's a human boy and he's caught in a time loop. Now he and his friend, who is not human, wants to escape, helps him escape. So what happens if he escapes? Where is he exactly? It's really nice. The next is YA fantasy though. The next is The Cruel Prince. I think everybody knows this book because it was on like booktube everywhere like 2 years back, and I agree. Okay, I was like too arrogant, too egoistic. I was like, nah bro, this won't be my taste. My tastes are elevated sort of. But no, I'm a simp. I'm everything for this book and for Jude. Okay, I mean, I love Carden. Carden is really nice. Carden is like, you know, good boy crush sort of. But like Jude, okay, I love when there's like strong female characters in a book. Just love it. The next is an author who like came up from Wattpad, but his books are really nice. They're not like fan fiction and stuff, and oh my god, researches a lot. Okay, his books are filled with such detailed like description and sometimes even, you know, historical narratives that you'd be like, yeah boy, nice. But the thing is that the book I'm going to recommend is a part of a series. Now there are 6 books in that series, and I don't think you have to read all of them. I'm sorry, I love you, Robert, but the first 3 or 4 books, chef's kiss, have to be there. You know, you have to read them to see, to know, to feel what I'm feeling. But the later 2 or, you know, 3 books, I just like, maybe he was just practicing writing, but not really necessary is what I think. And it kind of takes like away from the first build up of that book, like the first few books, so kind of sad because of that. But again, he's practicing. Nobody's perfect. Okay, so the book series is Storm and Silence by Robert Thier. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the name, but it's a wonderful series. Again, the first 3 or 4 books, just you have to read them to know, to understand. Really nice. Obviously there are books like, you know, Animal Farm and 1984 and Brave New World. Another book by Ayn Rand, which I can't remember the name of. It's about, you know, a dystopian future where everything is like, you know, a socialistic society. Take it with a grain of salt, okay? It's a very, I think, authoritarian society wherein only a few, and it's so random, it's so randomly chosen because, you know, equality and stuff. But yeah, that book, I'll add it here. That book's a good book too. And there's a lot I can't remember right now, obviously, because bhuga ikde. But I think let's end the video here. I mean, there are popular books that everybody knows and everybody loves already that I'm not going to waste my time recommending because, you know them already. Why do you want it from me? So yeah, I really don't read self-help books, so don't be expecting those. If you came here expecting those, I'm sorry, I can't help you. The only self-help book I've read and kinda like is like, you know, a book about how to write letters, and it has lots of letters, like even letters from George Washington to his house. So that one is good, but like again, self-help, really, you don't really need them, you know. You can do well on your own, boy, baby, girl, wherever, whoever you are. But so yeah, let's end the video here because I've been speaking for nearly an hour straight now, and I don't have the energy because the first half of this video, not the first half, the first video that I shot just did not shoot itself. It was like, nah bro, not today. I'm going to be doing this today. I have other priorities, I have other things to do, like being a bitch. So I guess that's all. So bye, I love you, let's meet soon, like really soon. Why do I always do this? Oh my god, I'm so cringe. Maybe people in the future will make compilations of me doing this for them. Another. Okay, that was really cringe. Bye, I love you.